Good morning, grasshoppers. It is time for some regularly scheduled training. At least for a short period of time. And is Para NL here? He is here. Is he finding his way to the chat? Possibly. There we go, the official announcement that I am still live. Our goal is to control the center, develop our pieces, castle quickly, fight for the center, fight for the center, fight for the center. Chess is actually a very simple game. Each of the pieces actually move exactly like they are shaped. The bishop, a pointed piece, moves along the diagonals. The knight, in a short L-shaped pattern, moves up 2 and over 1. It is twice as tall as it is wide. Pawns only move forward. And as we change color, the knights must change color each time they move, while the bishops can only stay on their color. So therefore we start the game with one dark squared bishop on the queen side and one light squared bishop on the king side. Like I said, we're going to fight for the center. And the knights increase in value as they reach the center. And here we have a Najdorf, the Cadillac of chess openings. The idea behind a6, of course, is to bother the knight on c3 and remove the defender of the pawn on e4 so that this knight might attack. Now I'm quite happy as both of my bishops are able to get into the game. Not entirely sure what use h5 was, but we will find out. Bishop e2 would have been a little premature. What is our opponent up to here? Capturing. Knight d5. And now, is this a problem? That is the question. We'll have to cross that bridge when we come to it. Let's put our rook on an open file. Now, of course, we do have the move knight to b6 if we want it. But let's gain time on this particular and keep his king in the center while we're at it. So now our opponent It's planning on bothering us in ways that we have to actually decide if it's a real threat. Is it a real threat? Is Queen A5 check a real threat? That is the question. It does look like it. We're just going to have to get out of dodge here. And now for something completely irrelevant. Can we force the exchange of queens? Not yet. Let's see what he's up to. We have a small material advantage at the expense of 2 pawns. If he does get my knight, that'll be a bummer. So, in the meantime, how much this is a way out for the queen, yeah? The pawn is hanging, the pawn is hanging, possibly the bishop is hanging. The knight is ready to return to the center. We're going to see what he's up to now. Just in case. So where is that queen going? That is the question. Where is that queen going? Taking advantage of a pin. Capturing twice. We have all these options and more. Good morning, Jeff. How are you? Good morning, Rogan. If you're not already following Rogan. And let's see here. Which piece do I want to keep? That is the question. I guess this is the one that is going to threaten the most. Check. Bishop. Queen coming in. think the king is going to have to go to e8. We'll keep up the attack. Exchanging pawns. And now for something completely irrelevant. How is it going? Oh no, this may not work out. We need to get a rook to the game. And now for something irreparably harmful. Piece coordination. If only he had a way of guarding his rook. Continue the theme of double attacks. I was attacking d6 and good morning. The arena is ready. 5+5 casual. I'll bring that up again. 11 liters. That's very reasonable. 11 liters. We should be able to get 11 players. All right, Miles. Good morning, sir. Never give up, never surrender. Never give up, never surrender. Let's give RSJ, oh, RJS. I almost overthought that. If you're not already following Mr. Rogan Joe Sloan, please do. We definitely need to get something going. All right. So the knight f3 variation can be either the Kasparov variation or the Romanician variation, depending on white's next move. Although c5 is kind of crossing the roads, I believe, in each one of those. No pun intended. I wish we had a standings. We need a standings in this Swiss. That's what we need. Oops. Yep, we have a problem, Houston. We have a problem. I could lose all of my rating points here. But there's one thing for certain. I am never going to give up. That much is true. What do I want to do with this fellow? Takes, takes, takes. Interesting. I'm in a lot of troubles. Mucho problemas. That does create a little bit of a problem. So where can I create the most problems? Check there. There. And there. Let's not give him anything more than what we already have. Just in case. All right, 5.5 out of 6. Absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. And now for something completely irrelevant. Slowly we are getting there. Slowly.
No more foreplay.
Thank you for the subscription renewal, Pegasus. Cheers. Now he chooses to slow down. I tell you, now he chooses to slow down. After all this time of not slowing down, he chooses now to slow down. Oops. This could be a problem. This could be a problem. Darn it, I did not see the line opening. I was overly concerned with the other thing. Overly concerned with the other thing. There you go. We will live, folks. We will live. Miles, good job. I touched my knight. I was not thinking. I played the natural move. Did not look at his last move. I played fast. And look what it got me. He played slowly, and look how it was rewarded. I wish he'd only played as fast as he normally does. Then I would have been able to win even a queen and a rook down. Usually Miles plays like a man with no care in the world about winning. But there, he was very determined, and I'm going to say that was very impressive. He is a sharp player. He is good. It is quite terrible. The hardest part about that whole line, for the most part, is that I moved without thinking and got what I deserved. Arrgh. So let's see, we're going to focus on Contra de Luna. Wait, what was that standing? Oh, Miles has 2 points. Good for him. I didn't even realize that that was the second game of the row. Quadraspassky playing UPenn. I do need to give Quadraspassky some credit. Absolutely have to give him some credit. I'm going to go all out and just make it the 15th. August 15th of 1984. Became a U.S. master, so I began teaching, accidentally began, let's put that in, should have been accidentally began teaching chess in August 15th, 1984. Became a national master in December of 1989. A team coach in 1990. Was it 1990? I believe it was 1990. Let's see here. I just have to piece together these details. Quadraspassky. So let's see. I went to Oslo in October of 1990. September of 1990? October of 1990. I feel like it was October of 1990. October of no, it wasn't October of 1989. So it had to be October of 1990. I had to have joined Columbia Grammar in 1991. Is that true? Let's see, I have to piece this together. It's catching a flight to Oslo in the middle of my interview. All of my greatest accomplishments have happened between August and December, interestingly enough. Maybe that's the only time I should play chess. Thank you, Pegasus. Quadraspassky is responsible for our emotes. I actually like these more than anything, so I will go for a lot more of them if it were possible. Basically, the hard part is that the lighting has to be just right. Objectively, this game should be a draw. Objectively. But what to do to draw it? And how did that pawn get so far advanced? I'm not a huge fan of a5, by the way. And the king and pawn ending with the pawn on anchor, rise, rise. Yes, rise. This should work, by the way. This should work. Not entirely sure if that was necessary. Because now the king can get to c3. You wanted your king on b4. Oh no. Good tactic. Continental, a U-pen. Good tactic. That was a very remarkable tactic. All right, Kinka, what have we got? Do I challenge her Sicilian, or do I mix and match? I'm going to mix and match. That doesn't quite fit in, by the way. That move did not quite fit in to the mix. Can I do this? To me, it's always amusing. Whoa, he has a point, or she has a point. We do need the open lines. And now for something completely irrelevant. Let's see what we can get out of this deal. Oh, wow. We're very lucky that this works. Very lucky that this works. What happened in this game? Good day, Lauren. I need you to teach me some more Australian, eh? Oi? Accidentally began teaching chess. Adcom about. And now for something completely irrelevant. That might have been a very efficient looking game, but it wasn't. So we played the reversed Leningrad Dutch. This is a new approach for knight c3. So I'm totally winning by move 14. That's crazy. I'm so sorry, Kinka. All right. I would hope to call you Akaba someday. Thank you, Lauren. And a FIDE trainer in November of 20. I think I just need to explain what FIDE is. That's what I think I need to do. And a FIDE trainer in November of 2016. And I'll put an ACC for accomplishments. All right, did we do it? About. So let's see here. Edit com. Is rumored to be 39 years old. Born in Denver, Colorado. Lives in New York City. All right. So now, what went wrong with this position? H5 gave me a huge plus. E4, knight G4. H3 was definitely on my mind in that position. Absolutely should have considered it. But I really walked into it here. Knight D4. Knight takes D4. King H1 forced. E5 was a blunder? Yes. H4 was key. H4 was absolutely key to following up on this line. And now, F takes E5 was bad. I was going to play F5. And Bishop E6 was horrendous. And it was all downhill from there. Ye gods. At least you didn't hang your queen, Ginka. That's the most important part. But I don't understand, Ginka, why you were trying to punish me for playing knight c3 and g3. I actually said yesterday in one of the 3 streams that I did yesterday, I said all of the openings are roughly equal. Roughly equal. Conte de Luna, I don't know if he's given me permission to use his real name. I only know his first name. I do sort of know his last name, but because I didn't write it down, it's gone into the ether. Because he's got a very cool first name. I think if I had a chance to do it over again, I would have probably considered his first name for my firstborn son. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. It's a very cool name, though, nonetheless. So let's see here. I promised myself that I am going to try to have a dedicated opening repertoire that I'm going to learn from, and I failed already. I really did. I failed already. As I played knight c3 on the first move. This may or may not be my last game, as I have a lesson at 9 a.m. Overall, a net loss of rating points for the day. C'est la vie. All right, so where are we? What is my score with UPenn? Somehow, our score is even, but I've managed to win the last 2. How? I do not know. All right, so usually against this particular line, I play g6, but I'm just going to go for this one now. Because the knight is on c3. Have I played this against him before? I do not know. Exactly. That's right. Take the games that you can win and try your darndest in the games that you cannot. This is just insane. This is just insane what is being accomplished here. And I haven't even begun, right? I haven't even begun. And it's insane. Well, it is good that my opponent is respecting me enough to take his time. Because I do have about 5 different plans in this position, believe it or not. 5 different plans. Can he hold on? Can he hold on to this? That is the question. Can I risk it at all? I have to play bishop a6 with my knight anchoring the bishop. That is absolutely key. Absolutely. Let's start anchoring everything, folks. Start anchoring. So far, so good, Moneypenny. So far, so good. I have no advantage here, by the way. Zero advantage. But I definitely have something, which I'm not going to say that I have just yet. Definitely not going to say that I have it just yet. I'm in this to keep him from castling. On almost all counts, I'm in it to keep him from castling. Bum 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 bum. What is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. All right. So I'm going to attack his queen first. I think that's what I have to do first. Mm-hmm. How do I attack him? Let me count the vase. Now we have realized our potential. I still have a little bit less than nothing in this position, but it is something. And that should count for something. Mm-hmm. 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 Huh. Did he find the move that escapes everything? That is the question. It does look like it. It does look like he found the move that escapes everything. Mm-hmm. How is he going to guard everything? How is he going to guard everything? Hmm. Hmm. It is a bummer. So, what is the threat? Is the threat to have a better endgame? I do not know. But let's make sure that that doesn't happen. Uh-oh. Did I lose a second game? I did. I did lose a second game. That's annoying. Hold on here. What was I supposed to do in this position? Did I really have to take it? Did I really have to take it and then start pushing my kingside pawns like a beast? I guess I did. That's a bummer. All of this was so nice for such a short period of time. Yes, c5 is a little overly ambitious. Bishop a6 probably would have fit the bill. c5 is a little overly ambitious, but f4, I'm fairly certain that I recovered by the time I got to this point here. Yes, knight to c6, knight on g to e7, b takes c3, bishop takes f1 was unnecessary. Because queen a5. I think he should have played queen takes a5. Queen to b6. Queen takes a5 is what I was expecting. This was craziness. This was craziness. And rook c8 was correct. Queen to b6, rook on a to c1, castles is correct. Rook c1 was bad, all of this was correct, that was not correct. Knight on e to c6. Got it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, knight on e to c6, that made sense. Check. So I threw away my advantage. King to d2, knight f5, and he is better, except for this. What was he supposed to play? Queen to c3? Yes, he could have played queen to c3. h6, g6. Knight takes d4 was best. Because I get this pawn. Doesn't my knight get trapped? I don't think I can take this pawn. But maybe my knight can't be approached. That could be the problem. Let's check that out. Good morning, Apostolate. I really started counting those rating points before they were hatched. That was very, very unfortunate. King e7 or a5. a5 is correct. g4. Yeah, I'm up a pawn. If he plays king to d3, I just bring my king in. He has no way in with this king. Right. King to d4. Now I have to bother the daylights out of him with the possibility of playing all of these checks. So knight and pawn endings. That's what I need to study. That's on my agenda. So not knight to c2, but knight to c6. a6 and g3. King e8. King c2. King d7. And then knight to b4 check. I'm still a little better, but he's got an outside pass pawn, which I don't like. All right, we're learning Finnish. I hope not. Yes, I hope not. No, I have a lesson in 5 minutes. So because I have a lesson in 5 minutes, wow, I'm still reeling from that, by the way. I really am. It's crazy. What we need are 50 followers for 5 gifted subs. 5 gifted subs. I'm trying to pronounce this. Hyvää huomenta. Oh, no. Huomenta. Hyvää huomenta. What does that mean in Finnish? Queen g6. And now it claims that this was a blunder. And it's true. Queen a2, queen g1. But not queen e4. Because of knight f5 and I can't stop the mate. Yes, I saw that. I actually saw that if he takes here, I have a very serious problem here. So after this check, takes, What a drastic change. It claims that white is 2 plus in this position. So how is white 2 plus in this position? Oh, that would be devastating. Yes. That would have been devastating. Takes. Knight takes. King takes. E6. And then knight h5. I just had to think about it. Darn it. I just had to think. E7. Knight f6. King e6. f4. a4. Knight e8. h3. Can I really play king? I feel like I am getting hornswoggled here. Ergonizzi counterattack. Deshi are the students of a dojo. I do have to set up the FIDE command as well. Can I do that in 3 minutes? We got the about. So here, add com, FIDE, FIDE, the International Federation of Chess. In cooperation with Starfleet. Formed in Paris, 1924. Oh, I'm sorry. Organizes the World Chess Championship, the classical. Do I need to capitalize classic? Nah. Maintains the rules and ratings for players across the globe. That should do it. FIDE, the International Federation of Chess, the official world body, formed in Paris, yada, yada, yada. Oh, there's a FIDE command with SkakiBot. Let's see what happens if I type it the other way. FIDE Magnus Carlsen. That's crazy. So I also got the other one. So FIDE can work in both SkakiBot and this one. In any event, I'd like to thank everybody for being here. If you're not already a member of the dojo, now is the time to join. If you're not already following my socials, where I announce usually on Twitter, soon on Instagram, major streams and minor streams, which I can't do through Lichess, please follow. And if you're not already in the Discord, now is the time to join, because I always announce my streams in Discord religiously, with or without the broadcast. I mean, sometimes without the broadcast and sometimes with, but for the most part. So, wow, I've been relegated to page 2. Gag. All right, I need to sign out. And I need to send you to the ideal stream for covering. What do you think? The ideal stream for covering. Hey.
Ciekawa sprawa teraz, jeśli ten wynik testu by...
Oh, that is the Polish channel. So I'm looking for an instructional stream. That would be ideal. That would be the one that fits mostly. I'm also looking for a stream that would recognize us as well. And also, ideally, I'm looking for one that will be covering chess 24. Should I give Alireza Firouzja another chance? Last time he did not recognize us at all. Right? That was crazy. I do like Alireza Firouzja's stream. He is not covering Tata Steel. Not what? Not racing raids is sad. Not... You know, I haven't rated Anamaya in a long time, but I feel like Alicia Santaramo, who is doing puzzles, fits our stream much better. Ala. Not recognizing streams. Yeah, it is quite annoying that they don't recognize streams. So c'est la vie. I would, of course, prefer to raid chess 24, but they don't recognize raids either. Wait, who do we have here? All right, everyone, have a great day. Ciao. Love you. See you later. Enjoy.
Also that, for example, like as I'm telling to you, like normal people like me and my mom. So I was positive, always contacted with my mom.